Welcome back to Razmafsar TV. I'm going to show you a Japanese kitchen knife category which is known as Deba knife. And Deba knife, as this one is, different manufacturers make it, mostly in Japan, and some of them are also made outside Japan, but this one is made in Japan. And it has so it's a Japanese knife made in Japan. It has a high carbon blade with a differential heat treatment for the edge. I'll come back to it later. It has a wooden handle, and close to the blade it has a part which is made of horn, and it has a wooden scabbard which is secured via peg. You can see this peg system is very interesting because, as you know, Japanese swords, be it tachi, katana, wakizashi, or tanto, are all removed. The tang you can remove, secured to the handle, to the suka via peg. And here you can see the same system is used here. So once you put it in the wooden scabbard, as you can see it here, it's really, I love this one. Really, it's a very well made knife, and I have been using it for quite some time, couple of years, and Japanese kitchen knives never ever disappoint you. They're really, in my opinion, the best, or one of the best Japanese kitchen knives. And here, as I mentioned it to you, it has a differential heat treatment, and the name of the manufacturer is also engraved on one side of the blade. As you can see, the handle is made of wooden handle. Look at the blade now. It has a differential edge. It looks like a hamon, as you can see. It's such a good blade. It's not just a normal Deba knife. It's a really well-made one with a very, very sharp blade and a very sturdy blade. And yeah, this is this side, and I'm going to show you the other side of the blade. Here you have the other side of the blade, which is the obverse side of the blade. You just on the reverse side as already. You see here again the differential heat treatment. It has a softer body, high carbon blade, and as I said, Deba knives are meant for cutting fish and light mincing. It has a thick and wide blade. The back of the blade, you can use it to chop thin bones, and you can see here how I use it to cut celery. And this is on a thick and heavier type of Deba knife, which has a durable edge, and this is suitable for cutting fish, chicken, also meat, and for filleting tasks. And that's what you can see here. The technique used for this, many of them are traditional blade making of Japan, which were used for swords as well, and it was directly bought in Japan, and also by a very good manufacturer there. It is one of the most popular types of knives in Japan, and it's said that the blade is stronger than any other knife there, which I can really recommend and say, and it's really true. In restaurants which serve fish and meat in Japan, you see that they use a Deba knife. You see that how it cut the celery, and how it can cut, or how it cuts an onion here. So, Japanese Deba knife, and I need to say it's also called Hon-deba, I mean true Deba, which is this one, as you see. And as I mentioned before, this type of knife is traditionally used to clean and fillet whole fish, but it is also generally used for breaking down and also dressing poultry and other type of meat with small bones. It has a significant weight, the one I'm using, and this is actually something which is very good, because if you care and have adequate care, the sturdy heel section of the knife and can even be used to cut or chop through the bones and found in small and medium sized fish and chicken and poultry. In Japan, deba are generally used to cut fish heads in two pieces in half, but it is important to know that we need to use correct techniques. It's not just that you use a deba then go through the meat. We can safely use them, as this is the case here, to remove and split open the legs and claws of crabs as well. So you shouldn't do that, although, as you know, crabs are hard. And deba is not recommended for chopping through large bones, of course, it's a dead bone, and which kind of knife you can use. You shouldn't do that, as you know. So care must be taken with all knives. You should not subject Hon-deba or deba to sideway forces, I mean perpendicular to the main axis or length of the blade, because you could chip it eventually. The spine of this deba tapers considerably along its length, which means it renders the blade thin and sensitive towards the tip, and then you can touch the bones, you can cut, you can pierce and stab. And also the tapered blade and also strong handle of the deba knife make it possible to create a point of balance which is centered at the heel of the blade. This is very important because the result is that although it's a substantial knife, it feels completely agile. And I mean, if you have it in your hand, you will be surprised how agile the blade is. So let's say the blade has very good overall balance and thin blade tip, which makes this knife, surprisingly adequate and good for doing delicate work with your knife when you cook. As you know, in Japanese cuisine, you use different sizes and species of fish and seafood. So we have different types of deba knives and different sizes. And several varieties of deba, they have different ones, including Myoroshi deba, which means filleting deba, used for filleting, and I-deba, also Ajikiri or Kodeba, which means small deba. And all types or various types of deba knives are used for chopping through cartilages and bones. And we also have chitin or the laminated ones. The one you see here, Hon-deba, you have different sizes. You have for example 15 centimeters, you have also 33 centimeters. For home cooking, generally the length of blade length of 18 centimeters is recommended. So you 15 centimeters up to 33 centimeters with 18 centimeters blade length for home cooking. And the larger sized Deba knives are recommended for professionals. Visiting our channel, and please subscribe to our channel and ask any questions you have.